You know what time it is, folks. It's 11:30 p.m. It means it's time for the better late show with your good pal, your friendly neighborhood Dr.Ben. It's me. Tonight, we are going to be covering some big-ass comics from the one and only R. Crumb, Drawn in Bed. Big Ass Comics number 2. Now, and I want to take this time also to make a little bit of a promise. Yeah, we'll call it a promise. Why not? As I said, we recently hit 100 subscribers, and I want to thank everyone that subscribed. We got to get to 1,000 subscribers in order to be able to get, things like super chats and you can put commercials. You can make money off the YouTubes. You can be able to not even have to do anything and just watch videos, and I'm making money. I'll share the money with you. No, I won't. I got bills. People ain't paying the doctor's bills, so I gotta make money off of YouTube. So the promise, folks, is that when we reach 1,000 subscribers, what we're gonna do. Hold on, let me grab the tools. Oh, I better get this out. Oh, jeez. Let me move this out of the way for just... Shit. Hold on just a second. Move that out of the way. What we're gonna do... Let me get out some of these tools. We got these. Ooh, look at those. I could take off a finger, maybe. Just a fingernail. Got some screwdrivers. I'll have to get the blowtorch. I'm gonna utilize as many of these tools as we can. Maybe even get out the samurai sword. And get out all these tools. And we are gonna bust it open. I only got one CGC comic. I'm not really a CGC comics person. I don't like my comics sealed up in plastic, unable to read them. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're busting this bad boy open. Arcade Comics Review from 1975. Another wonderful book from our friend R. Crumb. Who else is in here? We also got Krasner and Cohen, Shelton, Griffith, Spiegelman, Deitch and Lynch art. Classics Illustrated Parody, An Average Day on Mission Street, centerfold by Spain. A whole bunch of good stuff. But yeah, look at that. That looks like I suppose if you already have this and it's not encased in plastic, it won't really mean that much to you. But I think it'll be fun to do a busting open a CGC book. It'll increase the value of those other people that got this in a CGC thing. So, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that'd be something you want to do. Maybe go get yourself a copy of this beforehand and you'll help raise the value. I don't know. I don't really care. Anyways, that is my solemn promise. 1,000 subscribers. We're busting that shit's open. Live. So it could rip the book in half. Who knows what'll happen? Feds bust in, try to shut us down. Who knows what might happen? Okay, but so that's the promise there. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so let's get a hankering here for what's going on with these big ass comics. First thing I will notice is that this is actually not really that big of a comic. It is in fact the same size as like a regular comic. So let's see if I got a comic right here beside me. Another regular comic size. This is actually smaller than Cyberfrog 2, Wrecked Planet. Smaller than this comic, which this one is actually thicker. Many more pages than big ass comics. But it is a few pages bigger than Cyberfrog 2 deleted scenes. we'll cover this. You know, we already covered the Cyberfrog 2 Wrecked Planet. We haven't covered the deleted scenes. So maybe we'll do that next, maybe. We'll see. So anyways, that's not really a big complaint. I don't care about the size of comics. I just thought that was funny. It's called Big Ass Comics, and it's not really that big. So anyways, this is little guys fight it out with big women. And I think it's interesting, too. It has this little seal on there, member of the United Cartoon Workers of America, which is not really like a real thing. Like, I was thinking that there was maybe some sort of like union for cartoon artists back in the day, but no, not really. I think it was just sort of like a joke. You know, we don't have a union or a guild for cartoonists. The Image Comics Union isn't for cartoonists. It's not for actual artists that make comics. It's just for janitors and secretaries and file clerks. So not a real union for cartoonists. But they sure like to play it off like they are. So whatever, guys. So let's take a look through this. This is, like you said, this is good old Crumb, Robert Crumb. He even has a little message here to start us off. He says, underground cartoonist and folk hero Crumb. Folks, I'm going to speak plain. The fact of the matter is, I know they're trying to get me. Whoops. I know they're trying to get me because I bring you the truth. And the truth is the one thing these bastards can't tolerate. I only hope to God I am able to complete my mission on this planet before they succeed in exterminating me. Why, this very evening, as I set about to draw a cartoon, I detected a strange, acrid smell in the air. Now, where could that be coming from? A little investigating on my part, and I realized the pungent odor was coming from my ink bottle. Good Lord. See the smell coming out of there. I grabbed the ink bottle and flung it from the door of my studio. That was poison gas! Afterward, I tried to think back who had been in my studio this morning. And then, in a flash, I knew who it was that was trying to kill me. Of course. I should have known all along. He's a government agent. It's so obvious to me now. I've got to be more cautious in the future. I won't name names here, for that would only get me in deeper trouble with them. But let me just say this to those rotten motherfuckers. It doesn't matter what you do to me, you swine. Cancel pigs. You've already sealed your own doom. Freedom lives on. So this is Big Ass Comics from August of 1971. Issue number 2, published by Ripoff Press in San Francisco. So look, Robert Crumb, he's against the censorship swine as well. He would, well, he is alive today. I don't know if anyone's asked him for his input on the recent hubbub with Mark Miller and calling out cancel pigs, or censorship swine, as I like to call them. Mark Wade throwing fits, calling everybody all kinds of names, fascists and alt-right, all that stuff. I bet you Robert Crumb would be on our side, the side that calls out the cancel pigs. I don't know if we should have him on our side, because look at what he's got here on this weird bird lady thing. She's got a swastika on her belt. She's got a swastika. Does that mean that Robert Crumb is perhaps a fascist sympathizer? I don't think so. Why would he draw a swastika if, well, she's this story, I've never read the look, I didn't even notice this. It's that fresh kid from Cleveland. Exactly. Exactly. In Eggs Escapes. That fresh kid from Cleveland. R. Crumb notoriously getting his start in Mistake on the Lake. Home of the Browns. So it says this is in which Eggs makes his exit from the city of the vulture demonesses. In our last episode, our cute little buddy was captured by the evil vulture demonesses, and failing to make good his escape was kept as a pet by the fierce queen. But remember one thing, this kid has a lot of spunk and is not licked yet. Read on. So you see he is, like I said, I've never read the issue before this, but it says, but he's got a little, well, you can see that there too, but he's got a little leash. He's got a collar. She's got him locked up. She's sleeping. Apparently she keeps him with him while she's sleeping. I could probably do in the queen here, but the others would kill me before I could get away. It's funny, I don't really have anything personal against these vulture demonesses. They're okay in some ways. If only they weren't so dumb. They just don't realize. ... They don't realize what? They don't realize what exactly? Now let me think. I'm vastly outnumbered. They have all the advantages of superior size and strength, but then again, I've got my keen mind. Uh-oh, she's waking up. It's time for their daily calisthenics. I hate this. Look, there's a whole bunch more of these vulture demonesses. Which means, it's a little thing to show that it's translated below. It means, let the games begin. She throws poor little eggs actly at these things, and look, they are just torturing him, bouncing him off their butt, kicking him, catching him on their feet, kicking him to the other ones, hurting the poor little fella, or poor little buddy. He tries to hang on. Can't take no more of this. Ugh, no more. And it looks, they get into a big pile. They're trying to pull him off this lady's leg, demoness's leg, fighting demons. See, R. Crumb he's got to have a little bit of Christianity in him if he's showing demons as the bad guys, rather than saying that demons are the good guys. He's saying they're the bad guys. He's got to be he's got to be okay. Where'd he go? They're trying to find him. He's hidden underneath all of them. It keeps translating what they're saying. There he is, grab him. No, wait, there he goes. There, he's just almost got swallowed by one of them. I've walked right into a gaping mouth. But, makes it as king of the mountain. Gets them all tied up. Now I can walk away from this joint a free man. Oops, wrong again. Does some little spins around her, trips her up. I think that's the queen, is what that is, the queen of the demonesses. And then I used to have some of the Mr. Natural comics with by R. Crumb as well. He did the same thing in that, I think. Not quite sure, where he takes the lady and he puts their head, twists their head backwards, and let's see, now that I've got her in this compromising position, what am I going to do with her? Nope, she can get out of that one too easy. Aha! Oh, I know. First I have to pull down her panties. Then if I can just pull her head back a little more. Ugh, get in there. He shoves her head inside her own ass. All the way in. I don't want to see your ugly face no more. He did the same thing in, I think it was with like Devil Girl or something or other. Maybe I'm wrong. I know he did the same thing where he sticks their head up into their own ass and then gets on them and rides them around. And then I'll sit up here and drive you. This way, let's go, giddy up. Just in time, too. Here come the rest of the ladybird demons. They are impressed. The sight of me riding on the headless queen has them awed. Well, good. Come on, Queenie, step on it. She starts running and then flies away. Him riding on the back of her. Though they're all chasing him. Uh-oh, trouble approaching from the rear. Guess they got over being impressed. How do I get this buzzard to go faster? Hey, speed up. They're gaining on us. Get the lead out, for Christ's sake. You know, maybe taking the Lord's name in vain. Well, what do you expect from hippies? Shit, they're almost on top of me. I can't let them capture me again. Ah, anything but that. Where's the controls on this big old bird? Maybe if I press this button in here. Whoops! She's gone haywire, out of whack. Oh my God, she's dropping like a rock. She's dropping like Iraq. She's dropping like a rock. Playing with her poozle was a mistake, I guess. Ugh. Guess that ends my hopes for getting away from the vulture demonesses. They'll be along shortly. No use trying to run away in this desert. Sigh. They'll probably kill me instantly for what I've done to their stupid queen. Okay, come on, you dummies. I'll take you on. Come on. 1-on-1, I could beat any of you. No holds barred. Come on. Now what? They're all... I get it. They're worshiping me because I won out over the queen. And these morons want to be dominated. What a disgusting bunch of lackeys. You make me sick. The lot of yous. But I don't mind, long as I'm the guy on top. It's so weird. That's the end of the story. It's so weird. The next one is a girl. A girl was gazing out her window one day. There was nobody around to make her self-conscious, so she let her mouth hang open absent-mindedly and let her body sprawl loosely, braced up on one leg, pushing further and further back across the floor. It's just weird. Like it's just this picture of her. She keeps standing there, rubbing her gums, switching legs, and like her legs are so like disproportionate to her body. I mean, I know that's supposed to be like his big kink or whatever of R. Crumb, that he likes women with big legs. I don't know, but they don't seem quite. I like his art usually, but this one does seem a little bit not as good as the rest of them. She took her hands off the windowsill and held on to it with just her jaws. She bit down hard on the windowsill with her big, strong teeth till she could taste the old dusty paint, then the wood underneath. That's so bizarre. She's got her legs all... She had the embarrassing recollection that she had a big ass. Her big ass was a constant source of anxiety for the girl. They said it. They said the word. They said the name of the it's Big Ass Comics. She had a big ass. Big Ass Comics. Big ass. She's embarrassed about her big ass. She's looking at it, sitting there. That's what I'm saying. It's just kind of weird. And another, you know, it doesn't really do any. This one didn't really impress me. I like the background art always on R. Crumb's stuff. You know, like these weird little, when he draws, you know, just the way the background looks, the way he draws is always good. But, again, look at her legs are just so disproportionate to the rest of her body. I mean, I guess that's maybe just artistic license or whatever, but I don't know. Not my favorite of the R. Crumb stuff that I've seen. This one, Anal Antics. Isn't he cute? Hi folks, I'm Mr. Snoid, and I live in an asshole. What the hell does that even mean? More sick humor which serves no purpose. By R. What does it all mean, Crumb? It's just this whole weird comic about it's comfy cozy in here and cool as a cucumber all year round. I don't even mind it when I have to vacate the premises once a day while the landlady does her business. The only drawback is when she breaks wind, and sometimes the old girl can really let him too. Boy, oops, excuse me. P.U. Call fumigators. Sorry. Most of the time, life in an asshole is the good life. There's always something doing, like when she goes skinny dipping. Or when she's riding her bicycle, I amuse her with old jokes and generally play the clown. And then I said, nothing, I was cornered. And he says, some corner. Bop shabop. Well, I get to itching for a little nookie. I just crawl on up right through her intestinal tract, through her stomach, and up her throat. Then she puckers up, and I fuck her mouth from the inside. It's great. I guess that's supposed to be his little wiener, the head of his little wiener, spurting out through her mouth. What the heck? Ah, yes, it might be just another bunghole to you, but it's home sweet home for me. The sad part of this story is that this very night, there are Snoids out walking the streets, cold and lonely. Wish I had a nice, sweet little asshole to snuggle up inside of. Why don't you give a Snoid a home in your asshole today? No, thank you. It's so weird. And that's it. It's just a weird 2-page about Mr. Snoid who lives in a girl's asshole. But her face is so goofy. Just the way he creates this, just the textures and the sense of depth and 3D on everything. You can't go wrong with that. But he lives in an asshole? That's so weird. Here we go. This is another one. You know, I don't know if what he says about all this stuff now, because this is, and now, a word to you feminist women. Let me at 'em! From that old male chauvinist pig, R. Crumb himself. I'll go ahead and read this one because it's just so goofy. And like I said, I don't know if does he say this is all jokes? Does he say this is all, it's never really quite clear. You know, what are you supposed to think? Is this what he really thinks? Is it not? Who knows? Hi, girls. R. Crumb here. I'd like to talk for a few minutes to all you chicks. Women. In the women's lib movement. So it's kind of relevant to today. There's a lot of feminism, and I suppose it's not really called the women's lib movement anymore, but let's see what he said back in 1971. I think it's time I addressed you directly because there's a few things I'd like to get off my chest. First, let me just say right now that I'm all for women's lib, believe it or not. And I would like to be your friend. R. Crumb is friend of all people. But the thing is, I've been receiving a heck of a lot of negative feedback from some of you women about my comic book features. And this is a source of anxiety to me. It really is. Now please understand me. I don't deny that my cartoons contain a great deal of hostile and oftentimes brutal acts against women. I'm well aware of this dark side of my ego. Call me a sexual criminal if you like, a pimp, a sexist pervert, if it please you. Call me anything you want. You're probably right. But don't get me wrong, ladies. I'm not advocating that men should do these bad things to women. I'm not portraying this antagonism as something to be admired, something heroic. Far from it. I think it's an oversimplification to say that a picture or drawing is promoting something just because it portrays it. Like a female being beaten up, let's say. By the same token, to insist that an artist stifle his or her own instincts and draw only that which is prescribed by some movement or cause, why, that's pure totalitarianism, dictatorship, and sheer stupidity to boot. Yeah, okay, I'm down. I like that. That's a good point. I mean, look, let's get it straight. I'm not a propagandist for anybody's goddamn movement, and I never intend to be. I'm not a politician. I'm an artist. I'm not trying to defend myself as a person. God knows I'm as fucked up as the next guy. All I'm defending is freedom of expression. Would you deprive me of this God-given right? If I was to try to gear my comics to your cause, or anybody's cause, I would no longer be true to myself. I would become a liar. Is that what you want? Would you like me to stop venting my rage on paper? Is that what you'd like me to do? All you self-righteous, indignant females, all you poor, persecuted, downtrodden, bourgeois cunts. Would you rather I went out and raped 12-year-old girls? Would that be an improvement? It's kind of a dark turn there. Well, listen, you dumbass broads, I'm gonna draw what I fucking well please to draw, and if you don't like it, fuck you! Oh, okay. Shove it up your ass, girls! That's telling them, Bob. Tee-hee. Right on. Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not really quite sure what are we supposed to think about Mr. Bob Crumb? I mean, I suppose that seems like he's trying to speak plainly. I don't know. He's saying that is he saying this in satire and jest? How would we know? How would we know? I suppose we could try and ask him, but I doubt he'd reply to me. I don't even know how I would get a hold of him. He lives in France. France. Ugh. Ugh. You all know my feelings about France. And then the last one here is Sally Blubberbutt. It's kind of lettering there is a little bit, is it blubber? Yeah, it's Blubberbutt. Sally Blubberbutt. So walk along whistling. And again, he draws her legs so disproportionate to like, her legs are each like twice the size of her arms, at least. She's walking through the town. Guys chasing her. Little did she know that not far off, keen eyes followed every sway and bob of her abundant bottom. Like, wow, I can't believe it. Too much. I want it. Let's go ask her for a date. But there it is, big as life. They pull her into the alley. Gotcha. Quick, let's drag her in this alley. People just standing around trying to rape people. I guess that was a common threat back in the 70s. I guess it is now, because there's still lots of rape, sexual crimes that go on that, I guess it's a danger. But Sally Blubberbutt is not easily taken advantage of. Of all the nerve, you male chauvinist pigs. It ceases to be funny after a while. Stop, I give. I'm sorry, truly I am. She's just like squeezing them with her legs. And then off she goes. I wish some people would grow up and practice a little self-restraint. Oh, my back is broken. The police should do something about all these twisted characters that are running around loose. I'll get her if it's the last thing I do. Me too. I don't know, is this supposed to be the same guys? I think so. Hold on. Let me flip back just a page here. Maybe it's different. No? I think that's supposed to be the same guys. Maybe like later? I don't know. Because it's like she walks out and now they're in a car. There she is at the stoplight. We'll show her. Wait till she starts to cross the street. Look out, you dumb cunt. Clear the road. Honk, honk. Honk, honk, honk. Huh? The car, like, jumps on her. The car's trying to rape her. See, this is, I didn't even think about this. This kind of relates to covering that Neijishinki, however you say that manga that I was talking about the other day, where the lady reviewing it at the Comics Journal was saying how it's like a rapist fantasy. And it's like, this is rapist fantasies. Cars trying to rape a lady. It's just so goofy, though. Like, it knocks her over, and it's like, what happened? I think we're aloft. Now when I get to school, my dress will be all dirty. They get out of the car, and she flips it off and smushes them with it. You see? I just flipped that car right off of me. I hope you two have learned your lesson. We have. We'll be good. Just get us out from under here. Sexist behavior just doesn't pay. It gets you in trouble every time. It certainly does. You're right about that, miss. See, us women aren't going to tolerate that kind of treatment anymore. We're starting to fight back now. You can't just... But we get so horny. Yeah, and girls don't like us because we're just a couple of old bums with no money. They're both crying. Why can't you rise above it? Look at me. I'm on my way to school so that I can make something of my life. Wish I could have got a decent education. I was underprivileged. I admire a person who wants to better their lot in life. You got time for a quickie? A quickie? Why, you bastards. She kicks him off. And so Sally Blubberbutt goes on her merry way. Men, at best, they're pitiful. The end. It's so weird. And this is again Robert Crumb. He's like chewing on her boob. Like, there's a tiny little ant down there whistling. That's why I like, you know what I mean? Like, how are you supposed to, like, look at this and view it? Is it all a satire? Ruth Schwartz. I wonder who that's... Is that supposed to be his first wife or something? Ruth Schwartz? Can't remember. Why does the lady have a swastika on her belt? You know, like, there's so many weird questions from this. But, you know, Robert, if you ever hear this, you know, holler at your boy here. You know, tell me what you think. Are you, what's the point of all these? Is this, we're just supposed to think it's all a joke? Are we allowed to joke about different things like this? I mean, I think so. I don't think that, vulture demonesses are, you can't take that, like, as a reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to try and read into someone, sticking a vulture demoness's head up its own ass and then riding it around. If you want to read into that some sort of meaning or whatever, like, you're on your own. You know, it's just a goofy story. Like, if you want to interpret it as this or that, like, I don't think there's any way to say that this means anything beyond just some guy that likes to draw weird shit when he's stoned or on... I don't know. I don't know if he was consistently taking the LSD or, you know, I don't quite know. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like Robert Crumb's stuff, but I don't really follow exactly all his stuff as a person, like what he was doing. San Francisco in the 70s was after that, what Hunter Thompson would call the high water mark, you know, like hippies thinking that, you know, you could fix everything just by wishing, just by, you know, just giving flowers to, the policemen that were coming to shoot you, whatever. Like, you know, they're just thinking that just your energy is just going to overcome all the evil in the world. That's not really the case, you know? Not the case. Sally Blubberbutt. That's such a... You know, if Robert Crumb isn't canceled, then, like, no one can be canceled, is what I'm saying. If you're going to cancel other people, if you're going to cancel, you know, I guess it's hard to see the... If you're going to cancel the Cyberfrog guy, if you're going to cancel old Ethan Van Sciver, if you're going to cancel me or anybody, then you also got to go back and cancel Robert Crumb and get rid of all these things. Go have everyone have to turn in their old Robert Crumb comics and burn them. Burn them! You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't express yourself and put out different opinions, or, you know, you're only allowed to put out one opinion, or you can't play, you can't say who knows what, you know, what's the... You're going down a dead-end street when you're trying to censor people and cancel people and call everyone fuckity fuckheads, like, you know, not helping anything, you know? Maybe that's what Crumb is trying to say here, you know? Like, isn't it better to just have all these, obscene or offensive ideas on paper rather than, you know, he's not out graping 12-year-olds. Why would he even say that? Raping 12-year-old girl? What the heck? What's such an odd, it's such a really dark turn there, you know. But, I don't know, as long as we can still talk and communicate, I think there's still hope for the human race. But once we start canceling everybody and telling everybody what they can't say and what they have to say and what they have to agree with or disagree with, then you've lost me. You've lost me, you know? So, well, so that's it. So that's what we got. Big Ass Comics. Such a perfect name. So, as always, I'll end it with a little, I'm going to talk about RELAUNCH, Tartarian Empire. I'll be launching a crowdfunding campaign to have the RELAUNCH all printed in a, you know, little manga book, manga-sized book, tankobon or whatever they call them. I don't know. It's a comic. Manga is comics. Comics is manga. You know. You get what anyone get. You get a relaunch. So it's the first picture I drew of her, my baby, the girl with the skull face. So yeah, so hit me up. Give me a message below. Leave a like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like I said, we get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm busting this shit's open. Bam. Might do it with the samurai sword that I got. Might do that. Bring that bad boy out. But we got a little ways to go, but things seem to be picking up around here. And thank you all for tuning in. Be back tomorrow. We'll have another fun review. Till then, you know, don't do nothing I wouldn't do.